Hi, me again. Name's Colin Brown. um, we can get into it. What thoughts did I have when reading about the components of a strong introduction and conclusion? I agreed with what most of the text said. A strong introduction can really pull in the listeners and your audience. And if it's a weak one, then, they're not going to be as interested. They're more likely to, go on their phones or daydream about all the places they would rather be than in the chair listening to. So I definitely agreed with most of that, especially the parts about a strong conclusion. I think that's really important because, the end is what really pulls them in and like makes them remember what you said. So I think strong conclusion is one of the best things you can have. What components did I find, comments did I find myself making? Um, Truthfully, I thought it was pretty funny when they were talking about the person getting heckled um, when they were called a bootlicker for corporate, and everyone started chanting "sit down," and she did. Truthfully, I thought it was quite funny. Um, but it made a pretty good point why manuscripts aren't always the best option, um, because when you get into that kind of situation, it's really hard to get back on track. Like, let's say, she had the option to respond back to them, but then it throws you off course. So instead, in that story, she just continued, and that's what happened. It also can cause speech anxiety because you're trying to remember what you wrote down and everything. So I think overall, um, that story actually taught a good lesson with manuscripts. And finally, what opinions do I have on the concept of not opening with name and topic and not closing with thank you? Well, that's what I did. So I'm obviously a fan. But I guess, it's got like a tried and true backing to it. That's what kind of everyone does. Um, and I think, of course, there's better ways to do it. But the problem is figuring out which way is best for the situation that you're in. The situation I'm in is I'm doing a college course, and I need a level of professionalism that I sometimes might not have. So that's the way you should do it. But for others, you do need that like robot like hello, my name is Colin Brown, and I'm talking about this. You can't always just open with a little joke or try and get the audience into it. But then again, there's times you can. So it's really about figuring out what you can get away with and, what the right time to do certain things are. So yeah, I told you my name and I'm gonna end this with thank you.